back to DataSurface. If you're watching this video first time, I would recommend go to the playlist and see the previous videos in this series which are foundational for this video. So let's get started today's video. As part of our data fundamental series, we will dive into understanding data types based on their structure, right? Like so, based on their format, data can be categorized into mainly three types. The first one is structured, second one is semi-structured, and the final one is unstructured. So knowing these categories like structured, semi-structured, and unstructured is essential for choosing the right storage solution for various data needs. Means if you know your data is belongs to which category based on their format, then it will be easy for you to choose right storage solution for your use case. Right? So let's start it with the first one, structured data. What is structured data? The structured data is the data that is highly organized and stored in databases with a predefined schema, which means in a simple words, structured data is stored in the human readable format. You can easily read it and understand the data. So if you see the examples for the structured data like a CSV or spreadsheets, like if you're storing any customer information or financial information in the spreadsheet, typically the structured data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. So it make it easy to search, analyze and retrieve. Coming to the use case for this data, the structured data is ideal for industries like finance, retail and healthcare, uh, banking, transactional systems. Now coming to the limitations with the structured data, limited flexibility and scalability constraints. So what it means, limited flexibility relies on predefined schemas. So it is making difficult to adapt to changes or incorporate new types of data without restructuring. Which means if there is a particular object inside that particular schema, if you want to introduce a new content in this particular table, either you want to add a new column or something, then definitely you need to modify the structure. So without modifying that, you cannot do any changes. So that flexibility is not available in the structured data. Also, you cannot store the data dynamically on the go. Like in web-based applications and all, wish to store the dynamically, right? That is also is not possible with structured data. Now coming to the scalability constraints, like scaling up these structured databases became costly and complex, which means like if you want to increase the storage or compute power, the maintenance is costly in structured data. So now coming to the second category, semi-structured data. So what is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data is doesn't fit neatly into rows and columns, which means it is not organized as structured data. So it is also a kind of a human readable format, but it is not fully or neatly organized as organized like structured data. So it contains some organizational properties like examples tags and keys. So this semi-structured data, it will be stored in the form of key value pairs or document databases. So example of this semi-structured data, JSON and XML. So these formats, still it is a human readable format, but it is not straightforward as the structured data. So now coming to the use case of this semi-structured data, widely used web applications, IoT and sensor data. So in these systems will use semi-structured data. Coming to the limitation with this semi-structured data, query complexity, data validation challenges. Since this semi-structured data is not organized as like a structured data, you cannot query directly. And also you cannot enforce any strict validations against this semi-structured data because it is not organized as structured data. Of course, we have flexibility here, but like if you want to implement any data validations and if you want to run any complex queries on the semi-structured data, that is not that much easy. Now coming to the final one, unstructured data. So unstructured data is not organized in a predefined manner. This unstructured data lacks this defined format or organization. So, like you don't have any predefined schema here, it will just simply store the raw data. Example for this unstructured data is audio, video, social media, post, right? All this content in the under hood, it is a kind of a data, but you cannot read it. So basically, unstructured data, it is not in a human readable format. Now, coming to the use case for this data, as I mentioned, like social media platforms or video streaming services, mostly use this unstructured data. And limitations with the unstructured data is it is a complex processing and storage challenges, searchability, data quality, and consistency. Which means, like as I mentioned, you don't have any predefined or organized way to store the data, right? Entire the raw data you are going to store in a single place. Since you are storing that entire data, you need good amount of compute power to process that unstructured data to get the useful insights from that data. So it is a complex processing involved here. And also, since you are storing a high volume of data, the storage also it will occupy more. With respect to this unstructured data, so searchability and data quality consistency also, it is a kind of a little challenge part in, right? So this is what like a brief overview about structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. So now let's see sample examples for this. So if you look at the structured data, it is pretty much straightforward like a table format. If you want to see the employee data, employee number, name, job, salary, all these is a columns and IDs, names, jobs, all are the rows, right? As I mentioned, structured data is typically stored in the table. It is a combination of rows and columns. Now coming to the semi-structured data is a still, even though it is a human readable format, it is not organized as structured data. So if you look at that employee details, you have in a key and value pairs, employee key and values are there, ID, first name and last name, the curly braces. Now coming to the unstructured data, it is a pretty much, as I mentioned, you cannot see any particular format in the sense you cannot see any human readable format here. So all social media posts, video, audio, web blogs, everything will comes under the unstructured data, right? So now we'll do quick recap. So the structured data is organized, predictable, and perfect for the transactional needs. And recommended storage solution for this is a SQL databases like Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Now coming to the semi-structured data, offers flexibility with the formats like a JSON, XML, and make it deal for web and mobile applications. And recommended storage solution for this semi-structured data is NoSQL databases like MongoDB, Cassandra. Now coming to the final one, unstructured data is not organized in predefined manner, but useful for the storing images, videos, and audios. And the recommended storage solution for this is a Hadoop Big Data Tech. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more data engineering tutorials. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.